Hi everybody, this is my 55-gallon Gourami tank, and tonight we're going to do a simple water change, and I'm going to get in there and remove a lot of those plants. It really needs a good grooming in there. It's getting to be a jungle. I'm on the verge of getting in there and doing some real work to it. I got to do some sort of rearranging, and again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do just yet. So for the time being, I'm just going to get in there and do some basic maintenance. I've been kind of putting it off in hopes that I'd actually get around to doing some serious work in there, but alas, it has not yet happened, and I've not been motivated enough to get in there and really tackle this yet. So I still need to do basic maintenance on it, you know, and that's what's going to do what we're going to do tonight. So not going to make a big production out of this. I just want to have a look real quick here at your before. I don't really know how I'm going to do the transitions anymore. I used to do them on the YouTube editor, and I could do just a nice clean swipe, and you'd have the, you know, the good visual effect, impact of, you know, the before to the after. It really made a nice visual transition. So I'm not sure what kind of transitions I'm going to be able to use on my before and after videos anymore, but for whatever it's worth, this one's your before, and there's your after. So the tank is still a little debris strewn. I just finished up maybe about 15 minutes ago, and I don't really have time to let everything settle down and get all nice and pretty, so you're going to see some bubbles and so on and so forth swirling around the tank. But I did get in there and really whack back the vegetation and open it up to let some light in and let the water flow through, and of course let the fish have a little more swimming room. So I removed a bunch of the water Sprite here from the left hand side of the tank. I really opened that up. I'm using my camcorder, so I can't really bend my wrist in that angle, but you get a decent idea of how much I removed from the water Sprite. All those little young plants that were growing, all those roots hanging down, I got rid of a lot of that. And I also went in and I removed a lot of the Java Fern. I just sort of grabbed clumps of it and cut bunches off to sort of separate it from the glass, because it had grown all the way out to the glass, and almost no light was getting to the bottom of the tank. You couldn't even see the fish in there anymore. Of course, water flow was affected by all that as well. So I got in there, I did all that, and then of course I really chopped back a ton of the red tiger lotus over here. You can see all the cut stalks down there. There's a lot of them. So I will be getting in there. Now I also cut some of the Java Fern off of this side too. And I will say that I found a bunch more guppy fry in there than I realized initially had been in there. They were all swimming around in the roots and fronds and everything on the water Sprite over there. So I got a lot more guppy fry in here than I thought. And of course there's the mother right there. And she looks all nice and skinny now, so maybe she's done, and that was the last of the fry we're going to get. So we'll see what happens to them over the long run. But this tank is undergoing some changes here in the very near future, as I said, so just take this as a quick little maintenance, because I needed to get in there and do something. But I think it looks a lot better. It's still nice and lush and well planted, but it doesn't look overgrown anymore, and there's a little room for everybody to swim around, and I just feel like a little more light gets through the tank, a little more water circulates around, and it just looks nicer for everybody. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to go check out my Patreon page if you haven't already. I did shoot a little bit of video in between the scenes on this for my Patreon viewers, just to kill some time. So I do stuff like that all the time over there. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, go check it out. My YouTube videos also go over there 2 days prior to being published publicly. And there's some little odds and ends and other goodies and so on and so forth you'll find if you go over and check out my Patreon page. So thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe here to my YouTube channel. Don't forget this one is my Gourami tank. I'll see you real soon in the next one.